I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and much love and salutations to the brethren out there doing the works in truth and in sincerity. My name's Karnawak. Today's lesson, I'm going into this. This today's March 8th is International Women's Day. I'm going into this demonic ass day what Esau gives these women, man. Because right now, these women are proud. What they should really be upholding is trying to teach women how to be women, man. Because these women don't know how to be women nowadays. All they want to do is just dress up, all scandalous, and live, and just live it up in Babylon, because these women, they for the most part, they get more rights than men, and a lot of women, they're in higher paying jobs than men. You know what I mean? Like, women get more rights than men, and it shouldn't even be like that. Like, women should be women even shouldn't even be working amongst men, because that's just out of order. You have a woman, and then she's gonna go work with other men, and that's just gonna lead to all kind of shit, adultery and all kind of affairs, man. So this whole society that we live in is just backwards, man. At least Ishmael and these other nations, at least they have their women in order, man. When I say Ishmael, I'm referring to the Arabs. Even Elam, Moab, at least they have their women in order. Everybody else has their women in order except us, man. But I'm just gonna get a couple scriptures, and I want to digress also into another topic, but after I cover everything. This is 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety. Yeah. Are women nowadays modest? Let's look up that word. Modest. It's a powerful word. Let's go on dictionary.com, as well as Etom. Modest. Yeah. These women aren't modest. They want to dress like naked. Now the new thing is where these women wear shirts where you could see right through, and they have their breasts out. They walk in the club, then they post it on Instagram and get bare likes. All that shit's wicked, man. And then you wonder why men fucking rape you or whatever, or men fucking rape you and kill you off, because you're doing all kind of wickedness. So the Most High put spirits on people, man, to bring judgment for that shit. Modest, having or showing a moderate or humble estimate of one's merits, importance, free from vanity, egotism, boastfulness, or great pretensions. These women are fake, man. They have the biggest ego. They wear it says egotism, boastfulness. These women boast themselves, adorning, all type of attire, man, wearing all this makeup and shit, jewelry, all this fake shit, man, wearing contacts and fake hair. This is mainly our women, the so-called black women, mainly. It's even the other tribes, Latin tribes and natives, they're out of order too. But mainly our women for the most part, man. The whole nation, but the top woman out of order is the House of Judah, man. We go on dictionary on Blue Letter also and just look it up in the Greek. Slack, yeah. Modest, well arranged, seemly, modest, yeah. Says of good behavior. These women are out of order, man. They don't have no type of behavior. You know, they're in the clubs, shaking their ass, you know, doing all kind of wicked shit, getting drunk and sleeping with all kind of different men every other night or every weekend, you know. They go to a new club or the same clubs and, you know, they catch new men, you know. Says in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. And that's gonna be our woman in the kingdom, man, because right now, for the most part, our woman's out of order. There's a small few who know that they're Israelites, you know, who study, and you know, maybe they might have a brother who's you know, out there prophesying or stuff, or maybe a guy who just watches the videos and, you know, tries to keep you know, tries to be in the faith, you know, from home, because he might not have built up that faith to, like, you know, to like establish his own camp or join the camp. Or, you know, maybe she could just be learning from, you know, and watching the brothers, but her man is a regular nigga. But, you know, there's women who's for the most part coming back to who they are and trying to, you know, be right. But for the most part, for the greater part, you know, that's a very small number, man. Very small number, you know. And says, one moment, Slakia. Not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which become a woman professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, not to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So a woman is not supposed to be no teacher. You know, for the, like what Esau has over here, where he has a woman teaching. And then you wonder why these women are sleeping with like the little boys in high school or whatever, elementary school and shit. Because they're out of order, man. Like, they only have certain purpose, man. You know, like, woman goes off the motion. She's not a rational thinker, man. Like, that's why the Most High has men. You know, it's all everything's out of order, man. You know, you wonder why all this confusion happens and shit. You know, in church and all that shit. You have women prophesying with their head uncovered and prophesying with their breasts out and all that shit, man. There's this one video on YouTube. I don't know, maybe type pastor or female pastor exposing breasts. You probably see this black demon where she's reading the Bible, and then her breasts pop out, and what the fuck is that? Why the hell is that happening? And you're supposed to be a woman of God. Like, all kind of confusion, man. Woman's not supposed to be teaching over no congregation. She's supposed to be in her house. She's not supposed to be doing that shit. You know? Enough of me. Let's hear what the scripture says, man. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. So yeah, that's order right there, man. The Most High, he chose Adam first, man. Then he, you know, he found a woman that was right for Adam, you know. And the Most High gave Adam charge over the woman. So that's how it is, man. A man's supposed to be in control, but right now our men aren't men, man. Our men are a bunch of bunch of women with dicks, so to speak, man. They don't have no balls. They're just a bunch of fucking, for the most part, a bunch of effeminate men who don't know how to be men anymore. You know, that's why the Most High is raising up a very small few number of good men who's gonna go back to their manly ways, who's coming back to their manly ways as to who they are, and and being a man. You know, the Most High is not looking for no effeminate in his church, man, in his body. He's not looking for that. That's why a lot of guys are getting rooted out. Today is March 8th. The Passover is coming up on Saturday, which is like 3 days from now. You know, that's why the Most High is getting rid of a lot of these effeminate guys amongst us, man. You know, because they don't know how to be men. They get emotional. You know, when you bring order to them. You know, when you try admonish them. You know, like some guys get emotional like women, man. Most High not looking for no emotional men, or no guys who's who's weak in the faith, man. He's looking for a strong man. You know, but let's stay on topic here. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, for if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Yeah. And study shows that, man, that it's, that it's easier for a woman to be manipulated than men. It's easy to manipulate. It's easy to manipulate a woman. All you have to have is smooth words. Know how to put your words together, and you mess up her head, man. And it's all psychological. Because women like to be like led on, and it's easy to catch them with bait, man. There's a lot of ways you could catch women, man. You know? There's a lot of ways you could catch them, in a good sense or a bad sense, man. You know? And these women are the weaker vessel, man, naturally. You know? That's why this whole earth's out of course, because these elites, Rothschilds and the Rockefeller, these elite bankers, of Esau, and as well, mainly of the house of Esau, they're the one who pushed this woman rights shit. Now it's going over to these other countries and messing up these other countries. That's why there's war, man. Because these people, they don't want like women on the same level as their men. So that these women could do whatever they want, wear whatever, and basically walk around butt naked and and create confusion. They don't want that shit. This whole wicked shit what America pushes and all that. They don't want that westernized culture in their land, man. We get Titus 2 and Titus 2 and 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. So said to be sober, to be sober spiritually, man, not being carried over into different philosophies, doctrine. By being carried away with different doctrines of men. You're not supposed to be carried away, man. Be sober. Don't over drink. Like don't be getting drunk. Don't be getting fucking high. For you guys who's new in the faith and watching the video, don't be smoking. Stop smoking your weed and whatever drugs, if you're on drugs, cut that out, so to speak, but that's going off. You know what I mean? Grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience, man. And then it says, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. And when you see today, you might go somewhere, or you might be driving home late in the night on maybe Thursday, Friday, and all the way up to Sunday. You drive downtown in your city or wherever, past some bars, you see these women pissing drunk, man. You know. Remember one time, we're walking like years back, like like when we were younger in the truth. We're walking with I was walking with a couple of brothers, and we seen a girl passed out on the floor, man. This black bitch, and the fucking bouncer, he had to like lift her up, and like he could barely lift her up, and then carry her on his shoulder. A little short guy, he carrying her like she's probably like at least like 260 pounds, like a obese fat bitch, passed out, pissing drunk, man. So these women, like they shouldn't even be going out. So but it's that they're going out, they're getting wasted. And then they wonder why they get sexually assaulted and all that shit. Cause like you don't even know what the hell's going on around you. So people's gonna take advantage of you, cause you're careless. It says that the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Yeah, are these women teaching their daughters that? No, you could go out and go do who you want. You're young, you do what you want. You don't have to have no man. Just go out there and there's plenty of fish in the sea, like so to speak. Like they give all these power speeches. Well, it's not sound doctrine, man. It's all wicked shit. It's all wickedness, man. They're not teaching them, oh, you should find the right man, and you should do this and that, like so to speak. Like this whole thing's upside down. That's why the Lord's gonna come back and establish order, man. Where we're gonna be able to like where we're gonna have order in our family, man. We're gonna have children, and we're gonna we're gonna find our children their spouse, their husband or their wives, and so to speak, for our daughters and sons, man. Like at least these other nations, they have that, like they have that whole structure, man. Where if they find out, in some of these cultures, if they find out that their daughter's virginity's been broken and shit, some of them end up, putting to death their daughter, man. Which in the kingdom, like we're not gonna be able, like in the kingdom, like we're not gonna have to do that amongst our nation, because we're gonna be perfect. But but like some of these heathen, they have some very good customs, man. They they keep their they have their women in fear, so to speak, man. It says that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their husbands, that the word of Yahweh may be not blasphemies. Says young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded in all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works and doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. Yeah. And for the next part of this, just want to give my commentary about a video I saw, or a response video of a video by this GMS Avenger, or Yako Wako, aka Two Heart. Right? He made a video trying to expose a video. He's trying to expose Tahar, Apostle Tahar, and his wife. Like, what the hell is that? Like it's like, what are you getting by exposing people's personal lives, exposing their wives? You're not getting you're not edifying like the people. You're just making all these parody videos, exposing people's phone numbers, their address, their place of business. What that, like Passover is coming up. The Most High is gonna purge you guys out spiritually, man. All right. The Most High is getting ready to do a spiritual purge and physical, man. So you guys just beware, man, as to what you're doing out here, man. Alright, but with that, another good scripture to read is Jeremiah 31 and 22. But with that, I'm going to close up. I'd like to say all praises to y'all, Bashem Yashai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Much love and salutation to the true brethren out there doing the works in truth and sincerity. And peace and blessings to the elect and the 1/3, whoever they are, that I pray I'm a part of. And with that, I'd like to say Shalom.